Hello, me. Meet the real me. In my misfits way of life. A dark black past is my most valued possession. Hindsight is always 20/20. But looking back, it's still a bit fuzzy. Speak of mutually assured destruction. Nice story. Taxpayers digest. Feeling paranoid to enemy of fostering. Anxiety's attacking me. My hair is getting thin. I'm in trouble for the things I haven't got to yet. I'm jumping at the bit and my palms are getting wet. Hello, me, it's me again.
I turn on the mics. It's us.
Aloha!
Kimo, Kimo, baby, it's kicking sucker. Yeah, that's right. Kimo, Kimo, baby, it's kicking sucker.
Aloha. I'm Primo Kimo,
I'm Spam.
and this tiny little man is Pokey, who had a dryer sheet this weekend. After having 16 of his teeth taken out last week, I guess he felt better and ate a dryer sheet. So that's also supposed to kill him. He survived that. So this is a super dog right here. Yeah, that's right. Aloha, seeing stars, Ryan Augusto, Dendicor Depot, great reseller live. You know who that is? Oh, that's not James. That's Swabble.
Amazon Seller 99, WTF. Biff, Curious Collection, Will's Home Alone.
Cornhusker Vicar, Kelly Debs. It's starting us all off. You already said WTF, but he's number one. And that's from Germany. He's from Germany. But number one also comes from Germany. Just the numbers. Perhaps the hash. I don't even know how the hashtag comes out.
Oh, Lordy. I dreamed that I was in this room, and all I could hear was that theme song, Primo Kimo.
I'm going easy on it because I don't want anyone to jump out any windows or anything, but I'm going to sneak it in, and you'll never forget it. I'm sorry.
Mike Seller, oh no, Pokey Oh,
He
no.
has no respect for surgeries and such. He's just like, I'll just do
Jenna,
it all
aloha.
Aloha, Jenna! Okay, here's a half
Half volume.
yeah,
Max
a half
Monkey.
volume.
Motorcycle
Lord.
Dork. Aloha.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the Monday show where we are celebrating
That Pokey.
the
yeah.
window. I mean, the window. We're celebrating the window. What window?
Yes, we have windows open.
I let my, yeah, that's right. We're celebrating outside.
It's probably what, like 70 degrees today?
Well, it is 1:06 p.m. at WPRI. It is 67
Carla!
degrees. Carla Olson has multiple tiny dogs. You know, from here, they kind of look like little rats, but it's a cat if you look up close. And welcome everybody to Monday, because survival is half the game. The other half is being awesome and having really cool clothes. Thank you. You're welcome.
Quirky Picker Chat, aloha.
Aloha. So let's talk quickly about the title of this show and about how I cut my beard and then our sales came back. I don't know. I broke the circle of trust. I'm not sure where or the depth of beard you must trim, but it actually was... I think I broke the circle. That's what. Because we didn't do anything else. But here, check this out. Can you show this right off the bat? So just in case anybody's curious. I don't think anybody's super curious, but we're so proud of ourselves, and I'm just going to show you what's going to happen for the next 2 months as well. So go back to May, and everyone be sad. Yes. Let's go back to May.
And WTF was saying the sound is pretty quiet. Is it still quiet? Because
No.
he turned it down when he did the horn.
It's all over now. It's all over now.
Oh, he already fixed it.
Yeah, fixed it. Okay, so here is... long story short, I appreciate everyone telling us how great we were. You can pat me on the back. Thank you, Jenna, Beard. I mean, the internet was abuzz with our Phoenix rising from the ashes story, I have to say. And but in all seriousness, all we did was try really hard and do the things we already knew. So, but we had to do one thing that I don't think was really super clear to everybody. Wait, let me just finish this little tiny tribe. We had to remember who we really were. We had to remember that we were resellers because the resting on the laurels thing happened where we just did it. I did it for 20 years, knew how it was done, and that was how it was done. And when April last year came around in May, it knocked our blocks off, and it knocked a lot of people's blocks off. But the only way to fight that, after I tried to fight it for nearly a year with nuclear resets and everything else, was to surrender to it and give in and go, well, I better figure out how to work within this ecosystem now. And the truth is, it's not much different. And but I did have to watch people like Jay Ride and people who I don't consider necessarily mentors or anything. And this is why, because I had to see how the new people who were coming on board were going to do it. So there I learned about STR, and then hearing it from tried and true people, Beard, John, a lot of people. Then we sort of said, well, if the new people are saying it and the old people are saying it, we better look into this sell-through rate thing. There might be something to it. But I saw from John, I saw from other people who were succeeding and thriving that you did not have to. So I saw Kevin. Quick.
Commonwealth
Stoic.
picker?
No.
Oh.
No, Kevin's great, but he's just normal. So, I mean, he just knows what he's doing. I'm talking about people who are either new or are old and need to catch up with the program. Kevin did it right with the clothes. John was doing it with pallets, so I knew it just wasn't dead. I had to do it with stuff, with my vintage crap. Here's what I'm talking about. So in May, we were sad and terrible and $2,000. $2,200, I think was our total take for May. June, we were around 4,000, and I wanted to 2,000, slowly build it back up without hurting ourselves. July was 6,000. Now this is August. It's a little bit into September, but this is how it's rolling right now because we're moving towards 10,000 for the month of September. I know we'll get there. 12,000 in October. And then finally we will capture John and Jenna at $14,000, and that's our whole mission.
$40,000?
14.
Oh.
And I'm just like taking a round number.
Major win!
For some reason,
Duggan Rowe!
the spirit of competition has completely made us be successful. But anyway, the point is just that number is good for me. So 10,000 is the number I wanted. I want 10,000 a month. That is a solid, nice number. Now let's look at my numbers right here, and let's be even more impressed with them as we looked at them this morning. Thank you.
And keep in mind, this is only one of our 3 accounts.
Yes, I have them all right here. This was our main store, and we've actually lacked at putting things in our main store because we focused on our secondary store because so many more things can go in here. But as you can see, did they tell you? Yes. So you can see that in the past 30 days, most of the money in our main store, which was $2,541. You know, this has been 14,000 before. But anyway, look at the 17.4% of selling cost. That's super low. Why? Because we didn't sell many things, and they were expensive things. And it makes our average, look at $254 is our average sale price. We only sold 10 items in the past 30 days on our main store. Kind of answers the question. But look at our selling costs. So good. Doesn't that make me feel good? I'm going to have some coffee. Pumpkin. Okay, now let's look at the store. It used to be our secondary store, which is now clearly our primary store in the sense that it made $4,465 in the past 31 days, up 300%. Look at this, 15.9% selling costs. I'm really impressed. This is the most impressive part, is by working on our stores and I'll tell you a little more. Commonwealth Picker, very good point. Thank you. You're welcome. Commonwealth, I didn't finish his show this morning, but he was talking about how he has picked better. And I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But it does include that. So sell-through rate is also super important here.
I also want to point out the selling costs being low in this store is
Super low.
we sold all those lenses for a lot of money, and the shipping
Shipping's
cost
super low.
on those is very low.
It's not like we don't do anything intentionally. We're too dumb. I'm too dumb to do that. You're not. I am, but then you listen to me, so that makes you dumb by proximity, right? Folks, you're a big dummy too. You're all dumb.
B Nudes was asking, like, are you talking 10,000 gross or net? Because he was saying how crazy it is how so many people talk about the
net.
gross, but it's
gross. We're talking about gross, but the impressive part is the
So if we're taking
selling
20%
costs.
off, then
But we're not. We're taking 15% off, dudes and dudesses. How are we doing that?
So
Look at this. Our prior time is up 337.2% gross, but net is up 455.8. That's like rock and roll. We came here to chew bubble gum and make profits.
We want a net, a minimum net of 8,000.
No, I want a gross of 10,000. I'm just gross. That's what I would go by as gross. So 120 grand a year is what we used to sell, and because of the way I shop and the way you only lose, I'm trying to think. I can't remember. 120 come out to about 90 grand. No, after taxes, 78, 82, 86, something like that. And where are you going, guys?
I have to do something.
I'm going to be quiet while you go do something. This 120 is making it Costco level trip to Hawaii. 120 grand a year. This is how I think. I'm sorry. It is annoying, but that's how I think. So 120 means Costco, a chicken in every pot, and a car in every garage or whatever. I turn into Herbert Hoover if I make 120 grand. Now, we have made more than that on different occasions, but I think 160 was like our real reselling. I made almost not quite $350,000 in a year, but that it just was different merchandise that sold differently. But anyway, this is like almost nickel and diming. Making 120 grand it's a solid place to be. 160 is the next goal above that. But as people have said and guesstimated, and I've felt this pressure before, very difficult to break through that number, although it's totally possible. And then our final store. Welcome back, sweetie. Look at her, everybody. It's Spam.
I had something stuck in a tooth.
Did you get it out?
A haircut.
What did it taste like?
Nothing.
It was all deflavored. It had been there for a while.
Mm.
I was supposed to go get my tooth implant this morning. I was supposed to check in on Friday to make sure. Anyway, I'm not there. Thank you. This is our third and final store that's running right now, although we have started the fourth store, which is just clothing. And this is the other reason. So we have the 3 stores. We spread it. Can I be thorough in a storytelling? No, I cannot be. So you're just going to have to take it this way. This is the third store. This is all media. This is actually down a little bit. No, actually, it's not. It says it's up.
So why are the selling costs so high on that one?
Because there's so many sold. 47 items sold with an average sale price of $27.50. It does have the store fee of $20, and it does have...
Is this stuff promoted?
This stuff is promoted. Oh, good point. The Old School Artifact stores, no promotion at all. Every single item sells in there. It sells and no promotion. The other store you just saw was 2.1%. Paul Rose is here. Aloha, Paul Rose. Welcome to the party. What was I saying?
Promoted.
Promoted is 4.5 on this store. So that does lead you to this 31%. The other 2 stores, high STR, high average sale price, low or no promotion. Lots of activity over there. This is what happened. Okay, so let's go back to this store right here, and let me just tell you, I'm not going to do this for every store, just this one. And we're going to have to stop talking about our numbers soon. I just want to show you that we're old-fashioned collectible resellers, and we turned the beat around. And this is 3 months later. May, June, July, August. Yeah. So this is 4 months. No. Well, it's 3 months in between them, right? So May to June, June to July, July to August, August to September. No, it's 4 months. So we started at 2, 4, 6, 8, and we're going to continue till we get to, I know I can stabilize at 10 grand gross a month at the rate we're doing, because all we've done is increased effort. And the other thing we've done is this, what did we count when we counted those numbers? These right here. I think this was for the past 90 days. So because we only have 50 sold in the last 30 days. But anyway, so in the last 90 days, or let's just use these numbers like they're real. Did we use this one? Yes, we did. We counted 87 items. I don't know for what time period that was. 31 of them
Patricia,
are
aloha.
old items that lived in our store for the past year, or no, for at least a year. No. How do we do this? So 56 items we picked up this summer. Let's put it that way. Ooh. 31 of the items sold out of these 87 are old items that have been listed for
at least a year.
At least a year. So eBay, is it rewarding us, or is it just us picking better? I don't know. Ooh. Probably that, maybe. But it looks like we have to put in 2/3 fresh items to 1 part items that are stale. That seems to be what's happening right now.
And that's like literally new items. It's not end and sell similar items. It's just new product that we picked up recently and then put on eBay.
Yeah. And then it's awesome items. And so I'm going to share with you guys a Bolo, because you know how we love to give you Bolos and ruin sell-through rates on everything. Bolo alert. Bolo alert. So, fracking the horde, we went through the pile and pulled out this little gem right here. And you're like, hey guys.
Oh, it's plugged in.
Hey guys, I wish I had that thing because it sold for so much money. And let's see. I can't move this because it won't show it. This 2400 doesn't even include that. Okay. Oops. Anyways.
Want me to lift it up?
No, what? Okay, hold on. Leave it down. But move this out.
Hey, Steve.
Right here.
Aloha.
So you don't know what this is, but this is maybe you do. Somebody might. This little machine has been sitting in our pile for gosh knows how long.
Yeah, does anyone know what this is?
Look at it. This little door opens up. Something happens. There's a little knob here. Look at this thing. It's got a tongue guide that sticks out. A tongue guide. So what this is...
Wait, I want to see, does anyone know?
It's not plugged in.
Yes, it is plugged in.
It's not going to work. It's backwards right now. I can't do it. Can you...
a money printer.
Okay, yes, that's what it is. All of you are going to want this because it's a money printer. Film. That's an old film. You put the film on the thing. And can you close that thing over there? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm going to break it because we already sold it.
Can you not?
I probably shouldn't do that.
No.
It pulls the
it's
end
a
of
film
the
extractor.
Film extractor. $800. Listed it yesterday. Sold it. Put it up for $1,200. Marked it down to $900 with my 25% off sale. Entertain. I was like, oh, I'm very entertaining. This cost $25 1 million years ago. And just so.
Thanks, Patricia. She's saying go big. They couldn't see what you had.
Oh no, Patricia. I did it wrong. Here we are. Hi.
Here, we'll show it
Start
again.
Okay, so here's the thing. And then what happens is you flip open this jam. You take a film like this, and you put the film in the thing right here, and then you close the thing. But I'm not going to do it because if I do it wrong, I'm going to break it. And then you pull this lever, and then there's a motor in there, and then it pulls out the little edge of tape, so you can then pull it out and develop it. It just pulls out the leading edge of a film. So
like I was right.
So these things you'll never come across these. Should you though? I like to give you that Bolo knowledge of should you be in the weirdest place at the weirdest time. These machines cost thousands of dollars new, and you'd probably only bump into it if you came across some like a bigger film developing thing, a school or from the state of Vermont. I think this came from.
Carla was saying that she used one in Carla
In Carla College.
in college, and Carl, aloha, eBay Life, Carl.
Aloha, Carl! So yeah, I'm really yelling and hyper today because just feel good about life and stuff. Thank you. Lag's free. Okay, so can you hold that up again for lag? Oh, thank you.
Wait, he's rolling.
He can rewind it. Come on. Lag's an official leg puller. That's the power supply for the flux capacitor. It does. What it does is actually develops film from the past. So it is kind of a most film is from the past at this point. Okay, let's see what anybody said. So I will try to catch up. Boop, boop, boop. Pokey, indestructible Pokey. He is. We wake the God. She's got it. Do you have it right here?
What?
The barf.
Oh
like,
yeah.
No,
I'll go get it.
You want to get it? So he's like, it's just chilling, and all of a sudden he's like, bleh, and I'm like, oh great, Pokey just barfed up a lung or his stomach or some sort of organ, and we're like, but he looks normal, so it's yellow and weird. It's no idea, and he's with Bridget all the time, so how could he get his tiny little beak around something like this? And we don't know what it is, and we kind of guesstimate it might be a cleaning Clorox wipe. But this is it. This was in his guts. I mean, this is totally exactly what it was this dryer sheet.
Yeah, it was all balled up like and long. It looked almost like a fur ball, like when a cat spits up a fur ball.
Put this under F for fur ball.
And
but the thing is that it came from some I told you a little bit about the big stash of Mercedes parts, and some of the parts had mouse defying
dryer sheets in them. Supposedly that's a deterrent to mice, and somehow without us realizing it, one must have come out of the bin onto the floor. No clue.
Until he barfed it up. And the first thing you look up is bad because of the chemicals and bad because it gets caught in the digestive tract because it's polyester fiber and doesn't break down. So thankfully, he barfed up the entire piece. And then it's a 20-year-old dryer sheet. Although it had fragrance, determined that it's not going to hurt him. You're still an asshole, though. Excuse me.
Yeah, hopefully he's out of the woods. I mean, he's been eating and pooping and everything.
We fed him like 16 meals since then, and he's pooped 16 times. So we just like every 3 or 4 hours, we just feed him and then poop him. And he seems to be operating properly according to his manual. Okay. Did I say hello to Motorcycle Dork? I think I did. I'm going to do it again. Hello, Motorcycle Dork!
I wonder if
is Jenna proud of us? Is she proud of us?
Yeah, I
think so.
I think when you were saying that, I wonder if bearded sales increased because he trimmed his beard.
Yeah, see, I don't know. There's something to the beard thing. I mean, it wanes. The power of the beard wanes, and I think sometimes you can just break it and make 2 giant chops, and then you're in a different world. You're more into like Neil Young than whatever beards represent. Full beards, but give it a shot. Decorate your beard. Get one of those, like if you could find, like, is there a Edward Scissorhand of beards, and you can make like little animals out of it, like a pterodactyl. I want a pterodactyl beard. Beards are unruly though; they're hard to keep together. So anywho,
WTF got a sale a little earlier on. Yay!
Like our video, and FAA gets a sale. So,
Lag at 42,000.
Flippin'
trailing
ain't
30
easy.
days. Come get me.
What? Oh, we're gonna get you good. Lag, we're gonna come get you. You better be burying that gold somewhere, partner. I'm at $42 trailing 30 days. That's so much money. You know what I would do with all that money? I would buy a solid gold rocket car. Yeah. DeLoreans are too expensive now. I did want one once when they were $5,000. That's too much. But I would start to buy some more collectibles, which is sort of the whole fun about being a collectible
Morty
reseller.
the one, aloha.
Morty the one's in the house.
Very, aloha. Yes, always good to see Expos hats.
Yes.
Bring back the Expos.
So I'm right here. He called you out. She wasn't pooping though, but good call though, Jim.
Oh,
Going on, fella? Who's a reseller?
no poop. I'm trying to get poop out of my teeth.
What's that doing there? And so Biff is saying gross sales don't tell much of the story. Those people are farming for clicks. Yes. I hope that I did show more of the story. So I showed the gross and the net, but keeping the selling cost down. And we do all of our shipping through eBay, an important part of the story. So that includes all of our shipping too. So keeping eBay below, I'm just saying guru alert for us. Am I right? Who keeps their, in the chat, who keeps their selling expenses on eBay below 15.9%? Who's got 15.9? You show me proof, and I'll give you this that thing over there.
Oh, do you want to?
Yeah, if nobody can prove it, then we'll just do it. Pick a number. But does anybody want a free thing to give away? It's another one of those things that was just in our pile, and then I'm like, I'm not selling this. It's got a little damage too. Show it.
Oh.
Let's show it to them.
What has damaged? The actual
Right?
item? Or?
No. Just the box.
What is that?
Don't look at it. It's a surprise.
It's Transformer.
Transformer Funko
Pop.
Pop the eyes. It's 93. Now the big drag is there's a manufacturing defect from someone's knife. Probably when they opened the case, I'm guessing, because it's definitely a knife. Like it's missing like a little piece of. Oh, it's probably missing the whole flap. Do you think?
I would not.
Oh wait,
know.
you can open it. Does these have stickers on them? Like there's not supposed to be open. So this is a used Funko Pop, maybe. No, I don't think it's really been opened.
I would not know. So
Take
what are
a
you
guess.
doing with
Make
it?
me look good. This is the tape guy, taped sound wave with tapes. He was my favorite one of the toys.
Josh Galt, bing, 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 bing.
Because you get to have the. Does anybody have less seller cost than 15.9% on eBay? Guess it really doesn't matter how many you sell. I just needed to see 15.9% or less. Can anybody stack up to the great team right here?
Can you write a number down and then I'll have people guess a number?
Yeah, it's gonna be a number thing.
If
Because
you,
15.9 is hard to beat. I didn't know. We looked at it today. It said that. That's why I don't believe their numbers either. So yes.
Yes.
Don't look at this. What's the number between 1 and
100.
And Beard knows I'm using psychology, and everyone else knows I'm using psychology. So I'm going to reorchestrate psychology through backwards.
And
I'm writing a number down.
what are you doing? John was saying
So it
cost
looks like
of
I'm
goods
taking a
supplies
dump in
or
my astronaut,
off-site labels are not in the
diaper.
metric of selling expense. That is
Can-
very true.
Don't look at that number. Should you look at it first? Can you
Yeah.
know the number?
Of course I can. Okay.
No one's going to get it. It's
Oh,
between
if
1 and
anyone
100.
wants that Transformer...
Anybody want the Funko Pop, or are we just barking up the wrong
Yeah,
sneeze?
please don't. If you don't want it, it's
Don't
fine.
take
We
if
get
you don't
it.
want it. It's going to cost me $20 to ship it to you. So
But if you
don't
want
want
it,
do not
guess
take
a
it.
number of 1 to 100.
1 to 100. That's
If-
right,
if you want
ladies
it,
and gentlemen, boys and girls. The
And
numbers are running
it's going to be
in.
whoever is closest to the actual number. You're not, John.
It's only 100, guys. Okay, let us.
Okay.
Well,
Vasquez,
no, don't.
What?
Can't.
Vasquez says I abstain.
Oh, B news. Okay.
Hey, Miss Lachey.
Nobody's got it yet. I'm just gonna say that.
But it's whoever's closest.
Without
And
going
now
over.
you gave away too much. That's it. Overdone. Okay.
Oh, because I said nobody's got it yet.
Yes.
I don't see. Okay, Biff didn't want it anyway, and I really believe that.
The last thing I need is more.
Oh, Beard's in at 73. He's using some
Okay.
psychology, but it's not. Just turned into some sort of heavy breathing breath. When's the stupid thing over now? Is it over now?
No,
Or was it over then?
You made it too confusing.
No, I didn't. You did. Who made it confusing?
You said
I'm gonna do a poll.
You gave us stop. You gave a hint.
So what?
No.
It's not like you can't lose.
And we forgot one caveat. Whoever's closest without going over, we forgot that.
No, it's just a thing I always say. Who made the giveaway weird?
Can you stop it? Now you're making it really weird.
I know. But I can't stop. S&P. S or P. S&P. Let's go. Come on.
Salt or pepper?
Who made it weird? Are we going to finish? How are we going to finish this off?
Yes. Barry's saying redo it.
Barry. We have to redo it, Barry. If I have to write down a different...
WTF, we're so unprofessional.
if I have to write down a new number... Because I outsmarted all of you.
And we have to say without going over. Because otherwise...
Isn't that how you always play it? Isn't that how Price is Right is done? And therefore the dictator of all rules about number guessing? I believe so. Okay. We gotta do it again. Okay. Ryan would have won. It was 2. I goofed you all.
Yeah, but somebody guessed 3 also.
You have to guess the number without going over. You're not following the
we
rules.
did not say that,
I said it last week, and all sons of guns. We don't got anything else to do. Let's say, is this really worth it? I feel like it's who won that thing. Did you vote? You voted. Can I vote? How do I vote? I get to vote. I'm gonna vote.
DM ephemera. Aloha.
All I can do is end. I made it weird. Okay, so you run the poll. Should I write down the number? You tell me what to do. I mean, not the poll, the contest. Tell me what to do. I'm staying right here.
I'll write a number. 1 to 100. And whoever is closest without going over. Okie dokie. And you have to say no take backs. Hey, Julie! Aloha!
I'm trying really hard not to be weird.
Okay.
It's really quiet when I'm not weird, though.
You can talk, but...
Oh, okay.
All right, so
Thank you.
remember without going over. And...
So many rules.
Everyone get in your gas. Gonna count down from 10. 10.
This is going to be faster than that.
8, 7, 6, 5,
You should match the music. That'd be
4,
cooler.
3,
I'll do it again.
2, 1. Okay.
You didn't say you couldn't have percentages or fractions.
Can you shut your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the number is
The lucky numbers
42.
one.
It's really tiny. Can you see it? There you go. 42.
42. Patricia came in at 22. It's not right anyway.
I think up above someone was.
Wait. Okay, let's see.
Oh my God, Axe Monkey!
Axe Monkey on the monkey money.
Axe Monkey!
Axe Monkey. Let me see if I have I might already have your address if it's
Yeah,
still there.
from when you bought if that's
if it's still here.
the same address.
Maybe just send it to me on can you send it to me at Primo Kimo Instagram? Message me. Just because so we make sure it's right and I don't screw something up. Even if I look backwards, will I get it right? Yeah, probably 70% chance I'd get it right, but you don't want to rely on that. And I did see Josh came in here. Busy Josh. Sales have been brisk and awesome. This was a great weekend. I don't know. I shipped out a whole bunch of stuff, and I still have a bunch to ship. I don't know, 16, 18 items with a very nice little number attached to it. So anyway, enough of specifically anything about anything. How many items
Did you get rid
are
of the
moving not new listed?
the survey or the poll?
Didn't I?
Oh, I don't know. Did you?
I don't know. What do I look like? A professional? Okay, so wait, we were going to go back. Let's just go back and see. I just made a guess, but I've collected records. Oh,
4TP! Aloha.
I lost my pencil. It's going to be there forever. I'm never going under my desk, so the pencil's gone. I guess it goodbye. $50. Okay, see, now I have to go back up here and see. A 100 GAR, that's nominal. Basket Noodle saying 100G, that's a nominal 25% tax bracket. I'm just gonna touch this since it's there and I already said it. Not that it's always possible, but 12%'s the normal number that you can maybe sometimes pay if you do it right.
Well, he's talking about tax brackets.
No, it's a bracket. I'm saying effective tax rate. That's what I'm talking about. What you want is, who care what your tax bracket is? What you want is effective tax rate. And that should be about 12. But you got to have like write-offs and stuff. I'm never good at that. We probably always pay like more taxes than we're supposed to. But I do know that's the truth.
Biff was saying a shoe seller that he follows sells $180,000 per year and almost hung it up this summer. Why?
Because he didn't make more, or because he just it's too much? Because I'm like, boy, we're starting to make it again. We're getting back on track and everything. And I'm like, damn, this is a lot of work. I'm like, what's up with that? Am I right?
Oh no, Beard, plug your ears.
He's running to the window. And stop. Okay.
So,
He's like opening the window.
WTF was asking, and maybe Record Crate has an idea too, if Record Crate is still here. WTF was saying, I have a Jerry Rafferty vinyl variant from 1978 in clear transparent vinyl. Does not see one on Discogs. How would you price it?
Oh, that's Biff said 50 for the Rafferty.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, Biff is pricing. Biff is a record knowledgeable person, but then he just said he just made a guess, so not necessarily a for sure. But one thing's interesting, and I'm wondering, WTF, is that actually
Record Crate is still here.
And Record Crate's still here. Is that Germany did so many like really high quality represses in the 80s, maybe 90s too, because we have bought some. Like we got a white album on white vinyl that was a German reprint, and it was worth like $600. It was still worth a ton of money, even though it was a reprint. But it had to be like the German white vinyl reprint from the 80s, maybe late 80s, I think. So my question is, I never finish posing my questions. Germany, do you know that is a true statement that Germany is well known for their high quality record reprints?
Crickets.
Thank you.
Josh was saying 200,000
JG.
gross.
What? Go ahead.
Minus 50,000 shipping. Minus 50,000 cost of goods. Minus 50 eBay fees. Equals 4,000 per month net. Same as a factory wage. I think that is why they hang it up.
Yes. Well, if you're in, so one of the things about these, I don't know if clothing is it. Again, I would totally defer to Kevin Stoic over anything that has to do with clothes. I would approach him before I had to approach Tech and Sports, because he's much more, he would be a step to talk to before you went to reach out to Tech and Sports or anything, because he has built his business from scratch recently.
Well, doesn't
was my
tech
point?
like mainly focus on vintage T-shirts?
I don't know what he does really, to be honest with you. Probably more on his groups now. I don't know.
Well, yeah, wasn't he like partially retiring?
I don't know. I just know what people say, and I don't know what the truth is of the story.
And Record Crate is saying that yeah and no. He's heard that he's heard poor quality from Germany and some very dynamic pressings too. So
Yeah, well, so I guess maybe these were Parlophone printed in Germany. I can't remember exactly, but they were made in Germany. Not even West Germany. Oh, right. So that puts it at 80. I think it was 88. I want to say it was 88 or 89. But anyway, it was in the 80s. White vinyl. Who knew about those dryer sheets? What did
Paul was saying, I didn't even see the item that we were giving away. He's like, I just took a stab in the dark. I wouldn't have you send it over here anyway. I'm not that evil. They would probably be like, supply a manufacturer telephone number in case it whatever that is that you have to do now. Is that already taken?
What'd you do?
Implemented where you have to, when you're selling to Europe, right? You have to put like the
That
manufacturer's
stuff popped up. Remember we were looking at those items?
contact info.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
we saw something listing stuff that I wonder if, so I
Is
don't
that
see
just
it.
for like if you're selling? What if you're
Yeah.
gifting? Oh,
No, here's
thank you, Sputnik.
Sputnik.
Hey,
Sputnik,
aloha.
Monkey. Do we have both? We have both monkeys in the room right now. Axe
Back
and
from
Sputnik.
space. How was it?
What? Did you get sent up there in that rocket ship too? The Boeing thing that left you stranded, Sputnik.
Thank you. So nice to see you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, look, you can reply now to Sputnik. Look at
Oh,
that.
neat.
I am typing. That's
it was
brand
cold. It was cold. Yes, I came down in that trash bucket.
new. I just grabbed Marty McFly when he grabs a hold of the Jeep in Back to the Future, and it just yoinks him off in the other direction. He's on a skateboard. That's what Sputnik Monkey did on the Boeing capsule. He's like, hey, there goes a capsule. Yoink, and he just grabbed it. He's like Interplanet Janet. Well,
Biff
she
was
a
the
Galaxy
last time I
girl,
had a
though.
beard, people told me I looked like a pro wrestler, and they were right. Paul was saying my beard was pure white, made me look way too old and like an angry biker.
I love how beards do kind of give you that like biker, maybe you're angry. And then you look at somebody like Motorcycle Dog. I will never look at a mullet beard situation again with
Boy, does he pull it off well.
so great. And I just think that that's a fun person now instead of
Yeah.
a scary person that wants to hurt me.
Yeah.
Because I took their 2 quarters off of the Asteroids game, and they came chasing after me at not Stickney's. What's that place called? Shakey's Pizza. And they were like, "Where's my quads?" This is a true story, actually. I was I'll tell you the whole story. So we show up. It's about 4:00 in the afternoon in the summer. It's the kid's name escapes me. I'm getting too old now. Sean Hastings. It's his birthday. For his birthday, as party favors, they bought. His parents bought a single 6-pack of Hot Wheels cars. I guess there was probably 6 kids there, and they were golden cars. Different cars though, and we all had to decide which car we wanted. I end up with the Jaguar XJS. That's not what I wanted. I wanted like the Baja California van with the little thing and the gold. Anyway, it was a terrible time. This is 40 years ago, so I remember it well. And then we went up to the games, and they had the games here, and there was this big muscle-bound guy playing. Was a wrestler, definitely like a wrestler. He looked very wrestlery. And he had one of those really short, like, shirts in his arms. And he was playing, and he had 2 quarters up there. I know I moved them or played them more likely. He wasn't there. And then I put the quarters in. I'm like, hey, look, there's 2 quarters right here. So I play the game. And then he came out like those. I think he worked there and he had to go back to do an order. He came out raging. Who stole my quads? Who took my quads? And I'm like, ah. And I went and hid behind my friend's mom. True story. Anyway, what's this have to do with lag?
I have no idea. Well, we're talking about mullets. 4TP was saying, I started to grow a mullet, then I realized it would never look as cool as motorcycle dork, so I just shaved my head.
Nobody can.
Plus, mullets in the summer are no bueno. Yeah.
Can't compete.
Motorcycle dork's mullet is like the best mullet I have ever seen.
You can't be lower than 13.5, Biff. Right.
See you, Sputnik Monkey. It was so nice
thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much.
My cloud infrastructure is going through an assessment.
Have a great afternoon. Thank you so much.
Biff was saying if a guy sells $180,000 worth of shoes per year and can't pay the bills, he's probably making less than minimum wage, because Josh was saying, like, you know,
about the
people don't get into. Nobody does this to make less than minimum wage.
No. We definitely make less than minimum wage because we're only making one salary. So yeah, we're making $8,300. So this 30-day period was $8,301.66. I did not do the net, but give me an hour or two. So if it's 17, okay, so if it's 17.4 on one account, 13, I'm going to do the hardest math ever. It's impossible math, actually. And 15.9 on the other account, but then the one account's 30, and then you mix them all together, I don't know, it comes out to probably 20,
and then the supplies, 20. The packaging, the supplies.
There's our money.
Electricity.
Because we buy like either it's coming from the Horde, or if we're buying it out on the street, we're buying it for dirt cheap. This was $25 a long time ago. Yeah, our expenses are expensive, and we don't. But $8,000 is a lot, I think. I mean, it's a good solid base if your selling expenses are 20%.
So Curious Collection, they are very numbers driven and focused, and they're always calculating, and I love seeing that stuff. And
I'm just like, make more money.
And so this is Will, because Cinnamon is in Michigan, but he is saying right now, we did the math last week, $15 an hour. No boss makes me feel like a millionaire. Yeah, that is true.
Wait, can you reread that? Because I was looking at our poll results.
We did the math last week, $15 an hour. No boss makes me feel like a millionaire.
Well, okay, totally shifting gears really quick, because I wanted to make that comment based on Josh Galt's comment the other day, where he felt like he was rich because he was at the golf course, and that's like, okay, I want to do this. And he talked about
his friend.
Yes, and about the failure
successful.
And stuff. And I thought about that because I'm a serial entrepreneur. I mean, that is what I do. And I've used for many, many years eBay as sort of like the base salary. And then I can go off and do other things. eBay has always been there for us. So when we had a restaurant, 30 people employed, big, pretty big restaurant, good. We had a chef, sous chef, full kitchen staff, lots of people, pretty popular at the beginning because we served cocktails. It was a tiki bar. In the early 2000s, it was too early to hit the scene, and shouldn't have been in Vermont. Maybe San Francisco might have been better. Anyway, after a year or 9 months, I would say, it was another term for canceling businesses because they're not performing is stopping the bleeding, because of how much money, if you keep it going, you're losing, like exponentially losing. So if it doesn't turn around, and the thing is you have no say in like a restaurant industry. So anyway, I was just saying that we have stopped the bleeding multiple times. The one business that we've never stopped the bleeding on, eBay. There's never been, we had a little bit of a blood loss last year in June because they just pulled the rug out from under us and we smashed our heads on the ground. But with that said, I feel at this time, I can honestly say, I feel like we've made up for it. We understand how the new eBay works, and we can work within it and get back to how we used to be. Took more than a year.
Biff was saying He makes about 50 an hour on eBay. Unfortunately, I don't get all the hours I want. Dendacor was saying I won't calculate the hourly because it's really a 24/7.
Yeah, don't do that though. Just,
Well,
I would never
24/7
recommend
job to be comfortable where I live and
that. If you want to feel gross.
and the bills I have. I need to clear a minimum of 150 a day.
We were starting at I think our original goal. Well, our goal I think is 250 a day. What is 250 a day? Times 7 times. Across our can you do that on there? Do you have a calculator?
Well, 4 days would be 1,000.
Oh, don't you dare.
So 1,750.
8,750. Are you sure you want to commit to that?
What are
Don't you? What is that? Isn't that a calculator right there?
So you want it a month or a week? What are you talking
I
about?
want to know what 250 a day is for a week. At one point that was my goal. I just forgot what it equaled. I was just like, make 250 a day.
Well, oh wait, did I do 250 times 7 equals times 4, 7,000.
We won. Thank you. So what's the new goal? Is that right? Yeah, I guess so. What's the new goal? Because we've already surpassed that significantly. We're close to 300 a day. 300 a day would be 9,000, maybe. It seems like 3 and 3 would be 9. So I guess we're going up to 300 a day. So the real goal would be 500 a day. The real goal would be 1 million a day, Grumpy John.
8,400 is 300 a day.
Okay. We're already there. We're at 30. I don't want to talk about us anymore. I mean, come on. Am I right? I'm taking this lady out to dinner. We're going to Costco. We're going to get some of that werewolf meat. maybe we'll get
Josh is doing about 4,000 a week on eBay. It's just barely enough. Offsite projects are making life comfortable.
Yeah. Well, and I guess that was also my point, Josh, is that
a week. I mean, that's like
I have
that's
two.
a ton of money.
How many other jobs do I have besides eBay? One, at least. What? Tell them about it.
What are you talking about?
When I go downtown at night? No, just kidding. When I do another job, sort of. It's not really a job though. It's just an income stream.
Yeah.
2 other things.
It's like creative stuff.
It's creative stuff. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm still not allowed to talk about it because you don't want me to talk about it.
No.
No one wants me to talk about it. And it's so freaking cool. It's the whole point of me not saying it is why I'm doing it, because I keep my mouth shut, which is pretty amazing because I'm flapping it all the time.
Morty the one. I go by my monthly. My minimum is 400 a month to go with my 9 to 5. Okay.
Yeah, that seems sweet.
My max has been around 500 a month with a store of only 70 to 80 items. I do Poshmark and Mercari too.
That sounds like a really nice, manageable. Did I have a panic attack this morning almost? I'm just like, whoa!
Did you hear that?
Well, everyone heard that, sweetie. A tiny alien was just born in your throat, stomach.
No, that's the mouse I swallowed.
You ate the mouse. Wow. I think that needs to be, you need to put food in
Josh
there.
was saying if people can copy you, Primo, don't talk about it.
Nobody can copy.
Biff,
They could copy the things I'm doing that I'm not going to talk about.
Biff, are you
And they're also
coming
for
up
famous
with new
people, so I'm
Gatorade
not
flavors? That would be a cool job. Ooh, that would be. Paul, yeah, Primo, that's the problem for me. No docks around here for sailors, and I can't afford a red light. LOL. Oh.
You don't have to put on that red light, Paul. You can just use a regular flashlight. And probably smear some sort of gelatin over it to get the proper red light consistency. I could be very creative in turning on my red light if I needed to. But not to say that I have any problem with sex workers.
Yeah, so when we were clearing out some of those vintage Mercedes parts, we were like, oh, come on, let's move stuff out. And Primo picks up a box and he's like, oh my God, this whole little family of mice. We're all
so many mice. Did we talk about this already? Because I felt like I said it was a clown car.
Oh, did we talk about that?
So I saw a box of mice. Well, I didn't know they had mice. It was a box of hard, old, rusty stuff. And then I saw something pop out of it, and it ran down the little thing. And then I looked in there, and I saw a couple more eyes, and they were like boink, 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 boink. And I'm like, okay. So I picked up the box, and then the person helping grabbed the box, and I had to go down the stairs anyway. And then he handed me the box, and I see there are at least 6 or 7 more mice
And
in
they're
there.
all looking up.
And they're like, what are we doing?
Cute.
And then one was up on the brim, remember? And I was like, he's going to run and bite my hand.
Oh, you didn't even see as you were carrying it out. They were like cascading water falling over the side.
Yikes.
But like still attached to the box, like, oh no. Yeah.
That's so gross. Anyway, I took them, and then they were placed in the sun, and they all escaped. But there was like, I don't know, 350 full-grown mice in a tiny little box this size.
You mean 365?
Clown car. Yeah, it was clown car. It was awesome.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, we're not. So don't worry, Josh. I won't talk about. I'm never going to talk about. I don't mind giving up my bolos. Like, if you need.
Oh, because this stuff. I mean, you
you'll
can't
never
readily find this.
And the keyboards. Well, it's not that you can't readily find it. It's that if you were to locate it, you will never get it cheap, because it's so highly coveted. That's kind of what I'm showing in the bolos, because it's possible you could come across it, but you might have to pay $400 or $500 for it. But it sells for $800. We just happen to buy it for $25 because.
Don't say.
What'd I do?
Where?
Because we
No.
just bought it for $25 from the secret place.
Can you imagine new Gatorade flavors? What would you come up with? Cinnamon.
Poo.
Maybe I'm thinking cinnamon's on my mind because of Kimo's
Boob.
collections.
Boob.
Yeah, if you're making $250 a day for the two of you, 8 hours is $15 an hour.
Don't do that. I told you not to calculate that stuff.
This curious collection.
Don't do that. Don't want to know.
Okay, well,
But
that's
look,
not as bad as I would
No,
think
it's actually
it
not,
is.
it's not as terrible.
I mean,
Considering
that's
that
hard.
I
It's-
actually earn 25 and you get 5. It's a little weird. It's not. But you know what? Hey, wait. Halt.
I
These
just
are-
threw a
these are-
fingernail. Why did I do that?
these are
Did you
serious-
see that? It was like.
We'll reproduce it. Curious Collection will. So, I know you're not an accountant. And I'm not, and we're not, but we have watched your shows where you talk about, we don't have any system right now. Tax people or mean people that could use this against us, turn off. I'll give you 5 seconds. But we're not good at things. And one of the things we're not good at is really utilizing, we don't know how to set up a structure. We're sitting here 4 years deep into her not working for somebody else and working, we work for ourselves. And we don't have any system of, we just file our taxes like married people. She doesn't, do you make any money? We don't do it right.
Well, they do it as, I think.
Well, she gets paid $10.92, right?
1099. I
$10.99.
think that's what they've talked
$10.92, $10.93, whatever it takes.
But there's, we need to go talk to a professional.
I want to talk to them now on the internet.
But they
and
live in a
figure out
different
everything.
state. It's sort of,
Good point.
there's
No, that's true.
federally sure. Yes, he
Yes, a
pays cinnamon as a
contractor.
contractor. And
But I'm sure they do know that because when we looked that up, there was something that that discouraged us from doing that.
Vermont is a little different.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
And it had something to do with if that person is in your household and works for you every day or something. Like, you can't do that.
I don't know.
We gotta call. We have to talk to a CPA.
Yeah. And
No, I'm not saying for you. Oh wait, you don't have
no
to.
income tax. in
What?
Florida?
Call the police.
That's why people move to Florida.
Hold on. We just got a police escort. We're moving to Florida right now. We'll be there.
Run away.
No, we're not doing it wrong. We're not doing it right because I know we pay too much taxes. But we did. But when we looked into, we'll talk to a CPA. Why don't people want to talk about taxes on the internet?
Well, they can vary for one thing from
No,
for state
exactly
to
the
state.
same.
Federal across the board, right? But there's also things that the federal allows as long as your state allows it. And
Right.
Blah blah blah.
So that must be why he said that, and that why ours is different because it's state, not Uh-oh, Primo's getting a friend from the IRS. I'm getting a call. What was that? Did you hear that?
No.
You didn't hear the... That's the reverse cha-ching that
Whoa,
you get from the IRS.
Patricia was saying I worked for the business my husband and I set up. I was
Yes.
paid a salary
Yes.
and earned Social Security
That's
credits.
what. That's sort of
Yeah.
what I'm not worried about it because just don't care. But she probably does. More importantly, that she's not getting things like Social Security. And stop poking into me.
What?
You're trying to stop me from talking about
Yeah,
this, and you
you're
keep
just
poking.
talking so much.
No, it's very important that, and I don't want pressure. I don't want leg pressure while I'm talking about these important things. That it is, we need to include her. So that's the whole point is we don't. So we need to. And you want to be, right?
Yes, Patricia, earning the credits is important.
I agree. So that's why we're going to.
I can't believe
Someday.
how quickly like the past 3 years have flown by because it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go
Yes.
see a professional and get this squared away and figure out how it should be done.
Well, Curious
you
Collection,
should
check
both
this
be
out.
claiming income to protect yourselves from Social Security and
I totally agree.
Medicare, right?
Because check this out. I literally will be taking my Social Security in 7 years.
He's like, as soon as I
7
can
years.
get it, I'm gonna do
Free
it.
money in a check every month. It doesn't even matter if I lose money because I'm going to croak before I get to the next hurdle anyway. So at 62, well, I'm just saying, I'm going to play like I am and take all the money whenever I can take it. So if we have 7 years to like bolster both of our accounts, although she has to work for another 4 years because you're 4 years younger than me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I retired at 32, I think, but looks like you got to get back in the action sometimes to not.
Den
Go
Decor
broke.
was saying I have 40% more items up and I'm down 7% net on the year.
So Den Decor.
January
so
through
this
May
is-
were awesome.
I did a terrible job of our proving our stuff today. There's no proof to it, but 31. So if we sold 87 items, let's round it up to 90 just to make this numbers easy. Okay. So 90 items and 90 items and 30 of them sold were old, over a year old, meaning 60 of the items we bought. Some of them were from the fracked pile. Okay, so we didn't, like, this is a fracked item that sat there for 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years. I don't even know. So with taking that out of the equation, we have bought so much more merchandise this summer than we have in the past 3 or 4 for a very long time. So we went out there and hit the merch hard and have been listing that merch. Some of it gets the same fracking where we take the cherries and then put the crap off till later. 2/3 of our stuff is new items that we listed, and items that we thought would go really well on eBay right now, like not 10 years ago. So not saying that you're in that situation, but interesting is that the old items are not moving like the new items. Is that possible that even though you're listing 40% more items, they're older items that aren't hot anymore? Like that kind of a thing? Or are they new, fresh inventory that you've just picked up? That's my question. Because that's the question my finger wants answers to. I'm the little boy that lives in your mouth. Danny. What else do I have to say? What else do I have to say? But this summer nuked me, Den Decor. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. And the interesting thing is, best summer on record. Ever. That I can remember. Maybe way back in the day at a time I don't remember. By recent history, best August. Best August.
What is Josh is saying
One
to
more time.
Den Decor?
August.
Move on Wix and shop. You can define ad spend.
Wix is an AI guided website creation tool. I use Shopify because I know how to use it and I've done it before. But as far as the design for it, I don't know if the AI on Wix is just for design or is it for the actual operation of the site as well. I don't know.
And Paul was saying, I guess, right over in the UK, eBay is making those changes where now they're lowering the From October 1st, the private sellers free listings dropped from 1,000 to 300.
Oh, they're getting rid of that already? No.
Well, it's probably because people were abusing that with. Remember, like the clothing. I don't know. Well, is that just over in the UK or is that here too?
It's only UK for right now. It was a test
But I remember
market,
how
I think.
in the UK they made clothing free to list to
What is he saying?
to private sellers. I wonder.
That's what he's saying, I think. From October 1st, private sellers free listings dropped from 1,000 to 300. That's the clothing thing. The cost for health insurance was a business expense. We have a big, giant welfare state here in Vermont, which benefits those of us who are not making. It's a ridiculous amount. So it's 7.8. What's the number above the welfare to get some sort of assistance from the state?
Well, that's the marketplace, and everyone can get that.
Correct.
Depending on your income. It's,
Correct. But I'm saying that we have really high tolerance here in Vermont, like higher than anywhere else. People take advantage of it, including us, because it's there to take advantage of. And our property tax, both are like, you can make anywhere under like 187,000, you qualify for some sort of a rebate in both those things, health insurance and property tax rebate. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So we have to stay at least that poor. We have to stay under 187,000, which shouldn't be that hard.
Well,
if we tried.
Yeah, I mean that. I'd much rather have the sales.
I would too. I would much rather go back to the 1 month in Hawaii a year and fly first class and have Biff bring us Costco in a solid gold rocket car. Thank you.
Yeah, WTF was saying in Germany there's 0 fee for private sellers except if you're doing promoted stuff, if you're paying for promotions.
Lag has 2 OnlyFans sites. Takes salary from each plus I love that term, distributions. It's just like sweep the money from my business into my hands. I do love distributions. It's like really my favorite word, probably. Patricia said the cost of health. Oh wait, that's right. Yes, no, it definitely is. It's an interest. So we're 2 sides of a coin. She's very risk adverse. I'm very like, let's go, let it all ride. I don't bet it all on black, whatever. I don't gamble actually. But I will push all the limits. Any limit that can be pushed, I'll push it till I can find the edge of appropriateness. She's like, edge is way over there. I'm just gonna go over here and have a soda. You go check it out. So when it comes to things like, we probably should just go see a CPA. Somebody once said the IRS is not great to mess with. Kind of like Mother Nature. Don't mess with Mother Nature. I don't have a proper lightning strike on this stupid noisemaker. Never mess with Mother Nature.
Kimo, baby, it's kicking some butt.
Oh, Pokey's trying to hide.
Yeah, that's right. Kimo,
It's like a lightning bolt. It's like a lightning bolt. Just hit somewhere. Okay, she's starting to fall asleep, so I got to carry the rest of the show. Let's see. Amazon Seller says, I believe a spouse can play half of their other spouse's Social Security if it's more than what they earn.
If they're dead.
But they got rid of that, right? Didn't they get rid of that?
Oh, right.
They phased that out, I think.
They used to allow that, right, because of the
It was pretty good. Life was good when there were less people around.
And I think if your spouse dies and if their Social Security benefit is more than what yours is, then you can go to what theirs was. But you can't do 2 or 1 and partial at the same time.
Josh is talking about Wix and Shopify. And yes, I mean, I've built quite a few Shopify stores. The cool thing about Shopify, well, of course, this is old knowledge now because I haven't done it in a long time, but I have done it. I was able to play the eBay store off of the Shopify store. So it was kind of easy without saying, go to my Shopify store. If somebody said, hey, Old School Artifacts, that's kind of a cool name. I don't know. I do a lot of investigating on people I buy from when I buy expensive furniture or something expensive. So you would go look for it, and it would take you to the Shopify store, and then they would make a purchase because they could call you on the phone on your Shopify store, see your phone number. They would call you, and that's where you'd make all your sales. So having a store especially if you sell art, artifacts, things that are worth money that maybe, one of my favorite things is just rich people stuff, whatever it happens to be, art, objects, lighting, furniture, things that are
Texas
bigger.
Bandit.
Texas Bandit's here, all right. Excuse me. And send them over there. So, right, there is no throttling on these other sites at all. However, you still need to be able to drive that traffic. You don't get a lot of traffic naturally. You have to drive it. But it might be easier to drive it through things like eBay and things. Does that mean anything?
On my free time, I like to blow up balloons and let the air out.
That's right. That keeps you toned, and you make them make noises. If you made that noise, you're really good.
Yeah, Biff. If you're over 50, do not skip health insurance. Yes.
Oh no. Health insurance is, taking care of yourself right now. This is the meat part of your life where you have turned from a human to meat.
Damn lightning.
And you just have to make sure that the doctor says, oh, that's a bad piece of meat. Have that cut out so you can keep living. Well, sorry. Got excited there. That's what the 50s mean to me. Up to the 50s, they're like, oh, you're young. Oh, we could fix you. Oh, let's do something. Oh, do you need to talk to a nutritionist?
No, they say don't worry about it. And then literally,
then at 50,
so,
they're like,
you
waited too long.
On Monday, you're 49 and don't worry about it. But on Tuesday, you turn 50 and they're like, okay, now let's get all the testing done. It's like as soon as you have 50, now they're like, okay, there's no turning back.
Yep, you're done.
Yeah.
And they're basically just waiting for you to explode so they can try to put Humpty Dumpty back together.
Or I wonder if maybe health insurance companies don't approve stuff if you're under 50.
Well, yeah.
Easily. So,
I mean, there's whole
there's
actuary
something.
tables of things. I mean, they just have. I don't know if actuary tables are just for life and death, but they have it if a 40-year-old girl has a complaint about something, they're like, 90% of the people are just fine. Don't give that to her right now. But if she's 2 years older, only 70% of the people are right. So that's how they do it at first. And then a doctor from India, inevitably a doctor from India denies it. And then you have to have your doctor call the doctor from India.
Aloha.
And then you get it sometimes. Polish Pete, welcome to the show. Move to Europe and your health insurance problem is sorted. Cost of moving will be cheaper than premiums in the long run. The only problem with that, Polish Pete, is I can't be in America. This is my favorite. Red, white, and blue. Also
Paul's
also
considering
Canada.
going back into the velvet coffin for another 100 years. Maybe eBay will have sorted its crap out.
Good luck. The thing is that, and I want to be clear from my point of view, because my point of view is all speculative and out of my mouth. I think we're here. If anything changes on eBay, it tends to be a little disruptive, not better. So it's much easier to try to run towards eBay and say, I'm just going to take everything you say and work it into my program. And that's what we do.
That's crazy. Ryan, when he had the terminal diagnosis in December, he could not find a health insurance place to help him.
Well, you were already sick, right?
Yeah, but there's laws now that say that you can't be denied health insurance, right? He ended up at the local hospital that let him go for free.
Well, yes.
Thank
So
goodness.
then so or a learning hospital. I mean, there's places to go, but actually getting insured, they can turn you down. I don't know how the pre-existing conditions work. And I am grateful that they exist, because we have had to switch health insurances, especially when your job ended. And those wouldn't have transferred over had that law not existed. And I would not get this stuff right here. I have to take it today. See this right here? This is a pen. It's called Humorous. Go look at how much this costs. This is a Depends on what month it is. $6,000, $7,000 item right here. Want some? It's candy. So, yeah, you need an health insurance. What else do we have to say?
Right. Okay. Yes. Okay. Right, Biff. That's
Right.
maybe
Ryan,
that's it.
Look at what Ryan says. I'm like, well, it was
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you. It was
And Biff made a good point where, right, you cannot be denied insurance, but you have to apply for the insurance within that window, which is like at the beginning of every year or the ending of a year.
Right. Yes.
However,
The
if
window.
you lost
The
a
window.
job where you had insurance or you had insurance through the marketplace or something, whatever, and now you're moving to another insurance, then you're still able to, regardless of what time of year it is, but you have to have had insurance like the past 30 days or something.
Yeah, they make it a little tricky. But if, let's say you didn't have insurance and then you got sick in June, yeah, you couldn't be insured till the end of the year probably or something.
Yeah.
Josh says basket noodle lit or CEDs are great. Wait, what is that? They are texting me while I don't know what that's saying. What's this? I'm going to decipher it. LIT or CED. I don't know what it is. We have to discover what we're talking about. Content management tools. Sorry.
Yeah.
CMS, content management systems. These are things that I was trained in way a long time ago, and it's so much better than it used to be. It was gross. But, way back in time, Josh, so I had a friend working at a place called Quantum Arts way back in time. So before WordPress was really a thing, it was just a blogger thing. Companies used to put together content management systems, like they would write their own thing. And then you would sell it to a company or a city or something for like $100,000. And you would make these awesome little software programs yourself by picking little chunks of other softwares that were available, libraries, and squishing them all together in your own little system and selling it for like $100,000. And then you would get like $20,000 a year just to update it. And so that was like a nice, sweet little 5-year period where you could do stuff like that. But now everybody can do it themselves. They've made it so accessible that everyone can do it themselves.
Patricia had a friend on Humira, and they didn't need it after going on keto for 2 years.
I believe you because, so Patricia, weight is, can you see? Oh, I don't know why I'm getting so personal, but whatever. When I'm having a flare up of psoriatic arthritis, I get psoriasis on my elbows. This has been way worse before. So this stuff works. You know what's happened? I gained 20 pounds and then this started coming back. So you have to wait because you eat too much. So my point is that keto probably works because it lowers inflammation. And this is an inflammation problem in myself. And it comes from Little Debbie Monster Donuts. I'm telling you.
Oh, it actually wasn't related to weight loss. It was about lowering insulin.
I'm still gonna say that's the same thing. Because I have, the pre-diabetes. So yeah, it's all kind of the same thing, but it's amazing that people on Humira you're 70% of people on Humira are obese. Are being treated for rheumatoid arthritis with Humira are obese. It's a powerful drug and it works well.
Do you have any medication for that? He has psoriatic arthritis too, in the knees, lower back, and
That's
arms.
the Humira. That's what it's for. It does a couple of things. It's a channel blocker. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying words. But the channels are like, I tried Cosentix before this and it worked for a little while and then didn't work. And it is, they didn't want to there was a pill that you could take for it, which works pretty well, except for I was already a little compromised. So they wanted to do the Humira and it works great. It's only $6,000 or $5,000 a shot. And I take one a week. So where's all your money going, people? In my bloodstream.
Will is saying that his A1C was 7.4. I did keto for a year and it went to normal.
I totally believe in keto. I believe in a carnivore, keto-y, low-carb diet. That's what if you want to be like a normal person from like 60 years ago before they came up with all these industrial oils in your food and the sugar from the last 100 years. This is not even political. This is just fact. They didn't used to have fat people. I represent the fat people. We didn't used to exist. And it's because of factory oils and Little Debbie and there's too much sugar and everything. And I like sugar, but I'm just saying that's why. And I put the food in my mouth, so it's not to blame.
WTF
anybody.
was saying black seed oil, simply rub it in regularly for psoriasis. That's originally why he started taking Humira, was because of the psoriasis, but then he started feeling it in his joints.
Yes, first it was just topical psoriasis, and then I really started to have painful things.
He started getting
sausage fingers.
And the knuckles started to...
Can you see that?
To get large, and the medicine actually helped with reducing the...
See that like nubbin right there? I mean, my grandmother's hands were like this, and they were all nubbed up. So I got one little nub there, and like one starting here. Everything else hurts.
Biff. Main reason he went back to working in the kitchen is that it's 25 hours of good calorie burning per week. I was sedentary.
Hey, look, John's here. Did you see John?
I think I did. I knew Jenna was here earlier. I thought I saw John. Hey, silver hair, howdy, aloha. And exercise is crucial for Biff's chronic condition.
Listen, ain't easy.
Pete was saying to Josh that he can push highly targeted traffic to his eBay shop through the Google ads.
Yes. So that's a great way to do Shopify and you're targeted. I don't know what Shopify or Wix, they might have a back end themselves.
To his eBay shop.
Well, you can, but it's kind of better to point them to your Shopify store where you don't have to pay, fees. That's how it used to work. I don't know how it works anymore. I don't know how anything works anymore, except for if I look at it directly, like our eBay stores, separated out the stores and focused on them on high STR, learning that lesson from a lot of people, but even J Ride Flips, I'm not going to buy the stuff he's buying, but is he wrong? No. But it's just, I'm not buying his stuff. I'm going to use my stuff and do the same thing he's doing, but not have 1 million people trying to buy that same crap and flooding the market and ruining everything I'm trying to work for. So I sell my own stuff, which we really don't talk about, that we don't, share really. We don't really share what we sell too much. We talk about it, but we don't share it.
Paul is saying overall he's in pretty good shape, apart from the stress, permanent headache, and pain in the ass. Contacts. Oh yeah, your eyesight. I need new glasses.
50 is when you go blind. Oh, Josh is gonna look. Wait till you turn 50, Josh. At 50 years old, immediately upon your birthday, you're only 32 now. It's gonna be 18 years. But when you get there, you just go blind. Everything just gets blurry all of a sudden. Just happens at 50. It's so weird. I never wore glasses. I didn't wear glasses until 5 or 6 years ago. And then, remember?
Did you see
I wore sunglasses all the time. I haven't worn sunglasses in 5 or 6 years because I can't have both. Sunglasses.
How does John know that you like Entenmann's donuts?
Oh, yeah. The chocolate ones. The chocolate ones, John, with the white inside and the chocolate, and you put them in the freezer or fridge and they get hard, and then, that sounds weird. But I'm saying they get crunchy.
Oh, Lag was saying that he puts QR discount codes in his eBay packages for his Shopify.
What are you guys talking about, eBay? Don't gross me out. Wait, I'm sorry, go back to that. I put a QR code discount. Yes, that's a good idea. And I heard Josh talking about that too. I think that's a great way to, especially a sticker. A sticker is a good thing no matter what, merch-wise. The Merch 101 is a sticker. For some reason, some people love them a sticker. Some people throw them in the garbage, but some people love them and put them right on their phone or their computer. It's like you've got like a $2,000 Apple computer and it's got all these crappy stickers on it. It makes me cringe.
WTF was saying black cumin oil helps. You can rub it in plus take it internally. It tastes strange, but it helps. It's anti-inflammatory.
I didn't hear that right. Cumin, thank you.
Antibacterial, antiparasitic, and antiviral. Well, that sounds like some sort of magic.
I grew up in California, so I'm not big on. I'm slightly homeopathic, but not like soup. I don't do it too much. Echinacea, I'll take a antibiotic. Thanks. I'm not saying that I won't rub some black stuff on me, but.
And John was saying that's the only way to eat the Entenmann's, and Jenna was saying, I love me some Entenmann's. And so Texas Bandit is asking any views or opinions on Equid? What's that?
What is that?
Hey,
we used to
Golf
use that so
Exchange.
long ago. Yes, I do know about it. I'll tell you about it. It just reminded me that it existed, but I have to see what it is. Remember, we used to use this.
I can't remember.
And I could never log in there because I couldn't keep the letters in the right way. It's a website making system thing. So yes, I have used it before actually. Somebody wanted me to use it, but I'm going to tell you it was probably before Lightspeed owned it. It was like 10 years ago. So I can't give you any I can just say stuff which I make sound like it.
The Golf Exchange was saying you deep fried Twinkies for 3 minutes after you freeze them. It takes them to another level.
Does it? See, I need to. How do we not absorb? Now, can you deep fry a Twinkie in like avocado oil? Does that make it healthy somehow? Or like organic, that organic coconut crap? Can we do that? Is there any way we can eat absolute garbage but make it good for us? That's what I want to know. Anybody can come up with that? Josh is saying lag 100% to the, what was he saying? Fees are way better on Shopify. Yes, of course.
And Jenna, that should have been, oh my God, not I'm my yes.
I do
so
think,
funny.
though, Josh, JG Wentworth, that eBay still is it still has a couple of things working for it that you can't get any legitimacy if you can drive people to your eBay store. If they can see that you have an eBay store, the feedback feature of eBay actually helps drive traffic, as long as you have good feedback, helps drive traffic at your Shopify store because people will go out and research you, but then hopefully end up at your Shopify store. You don't really care where they go because it's good to have a sale, but at the same time, you drive people from eBay to Shopify.
And Josh was saying
But
that
maybe you do it the other way around now.
eBay is playing games with changing the seller's name to just seller. That will kill.
We seen that, yeah.
Oh, you already said.
Well, we saw it once.
Oh,
Remember?
yeah. I wonder when that's going to be rolled out to everyone, or.
Kevin, Commonwealth Kevin, did a video today. Also included the new eBay ads, which we couldn't even find anywhere. And they're all young people ads for both stuff and clothes.
Oh, I saw one on Facebook, and it was a young, like 20, maybe college age guy.
That's kids
male,
today.
And he's like sitting in a chair. You get a sense like maybe he was playing video games, but he's wearing like a winter coat with ski goggles, but jeans. Like,
Oh yeah,
and
what'd you call that?
They hashtagged it something.
Some sort of core,
Some like like how there's
like sport core.
cottage core, and
Yeah.
it was.
Dude, we're so old.
Oh God.
I mean, everything's happening. Like the kids are way younger and they're doing stuff. How can they do stuff? I'm curious because I don't know.
Oh gosh, dang it! I took a screenshot of it.
Oh,
Why are there all of
What's
these?
that? What's that one? What's that?
Oh,
What's
also,
that one? What's that?
eBay
Who's
was
that?
saying that
What
the
was that?
term vintage is searched over 1,000 times a minute on average on their on eBay
That's a lot of searches.
globally.
That was Lag did that. He searched for 1,000 times per minute.
Like sitting there.
The stupid kid. I know. Well, it is interesting when you get to middle age and you're like, oh man, we were there once. And I don't really think I was
There's
really
so
that
many
together. So I
photos.
don't know. How are these kids together? And then sometimes you see a kid and you're like, wow, that guy is put together.
I
That girl's put
saved
together.
it.
I'm just going to keep talking until you come up with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
We need to know what it is. Crumb core?
How do you find crap that you saved?
Crapcore.
There we go. eBay. Okay. Gorp core.
Gorp?
GORP core. Come for the Gorp core. Get left ready for anything.
What's Gorp core?
Oh, this is eBay
Ad.
trying to.
The world according to Gorp?
Can you get it? Yeah, on.
And then there's
Sorry,
Gorf.
I can't get it to not be
Gorp
blurry.
core. You did your job, sweetie.
Came
Good
for
job.
fresh fits for the great outdoors and indoors. Come for the Gorp core.
A Gorp
left
core is
ready
a
for
fashion
anything.
trend that combines functional outdoor clothing with trendy urban style. The term Gorp core is short for good old raisins and peanuts, which
So
is
then-
Gorp. Gorp is actually, that's right, it's a candy, right? That is Gorp. No, that's Gorp. It's trail mix. Gorp.
So then it has some links to, some of the eBay. I mean, this looks like, which eBay is participating in Fashion Week this year, which is, I think, going on now. But these are eBay listings. And somebody in the Facebook comments is like, are these prices real? Because they are freaking insane. So they're like high-end labels.
Basement Gorp.
Such exquisite.
Lag is leading
furs.
the new trend of basement Gorp.
Basement Corp. Anyhow, so yeah, they're, that's the crew that we need to start seeing the eBay
Yeah.
ads.
Buy stuff,
Because
kids.
us old folks already know about eBay.
You have to pay for our retirement, kids. This was the deal we made with you. This is the social contract. I also want to say that we didn't do any. I didn't do members last week because we were so busy and crazy. It was nuts. But that means we'll do 2 this week. I did put out a short, which got 3,500 views on it. Thank you very much.
What?
I actually put out a short sort of that shelf. If anybody remembers, I had to create a shelf, and it worked. And it was I sent the shelf, and the lady was happy, and she got it. And then the short got 3,500 people. But I think the shorts really, if you're talking YouTube here, I think shorts sort of just come up, and you get views. Like you don't have to actually click on anything. Like you're just searching through there, and you pause for a second, and you've watched a short. I don't see how people it does say 28 or 38
Record
hours.
Crate. I'm just looking. Record Crate commented on your short. If I were to ship that, I would get a negative feedback saying the seller sent me a box that doesn't open. Do they think I'm a magician? I literally
I better
said
answer
to
all my
him,
messages too.
I said to him, you should let the seller know they're gonna need a screwdriver
I did.
to open that.
I did. I sent them both a message saying,
Oh, okay.
just to let you know ahead of time, I really had to do this. I lost one, so I had to do it. You will need a screw gun. You unwrap the cardboard, unscrew the side that says top on it, and unscrew the 2 little crossbar screws, and it will be free. And the lady wrote back and said she was very thankful, and the guy has not. Because he already knew what to do because he's a guy. I'm guessing. That was his thing. He's not even thanking me.
What are you saying? A woman can't looks at a screw and goes, "What am I supposed to do?"
Yes. That is what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. I assume everyone's stupid. I mean, I don't know what people are doing out there. Some people have never touched a screw gun and don't own one. You'd be shocked. What if these are kids?
Oh, Rose was saying he's gone to a doctor 20 or 2 times the past 20 years. He says
That's enough.
something would need to be leaking, hanging off, or spurting for me to go in. Patricia, oh boy.
I
knew that would get
I
you,
like the
Patricia.
doctor. My doctor, Dr. Bod. Aloha. Just saying hi to Dr. Bod. He's the best. Although his name is Bod, which is B-A-D. Is that okay?
B-A-A.
It is. It's two A's. But still. That's remember when you're at the dentist and then is it the dentist or the surgeon? No, the dentist, and he goes, oops. It's the old comedy skit. Oops. What do you mean, oops? You don't be oops. I don't come here and go, you don't go, oops. What do you mean, oops? Tell me about oops. No? No bells rung. Us ladies can handle a screw gun. Remember when I used to think Lag could possibly be? Who else did I think was I think it was it Basket Noodle that said he's a modern woman?
I
was
can
like,
barely
what?
handle a vacuum.
And, ladies sometimes.
One time when I was at my other job, I was vacuuming my little area, my space, and I had much longer hair.
It was bad.
I bent down to like move the cord out of the way, but I still had the vacuum going and running. And next thing you know,
She ran over her own hair.
and I was like, "Oh crap!"
This is what
and
I'm talking
like,
about.
Power button, and I
think
shut off
that's
the power.
yeah,
and somebody's like,
question
"Why
everybody.
does it smell like burning hair?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know why."
It's so funny.
Hey, and I did not have a bald spot or anything. It didn't actually like yank my hair out. I was able to like.
Back in the
pull it
early
out.
90s when I still wore a tie, I got it caught in the paper shredder.
Did you really?
Yeah. And then Nancy was the artist at the company I worked for. She felt so bad. She went out. She went out and bought me a new tie. She went to Gap and got me a nice tie because she felt bad for me. Because I was like, I don't think I like this tie thing, but I'll do it for you guys. You need me to wear a tie, I'll wear a tie. And sure enough, right in the paper shredder. My kind.
Basket Noodles.
Lady's niece does
CNC router.
yeah.
That CNC router out, and she's doing $50K plus a year with no.
Where's
end
Amy?
date.
Amy does stuff too.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not. It's okay. Some ladies don't know how to use a screw gun. Some dudes don't either. There's lag.
No, I know how to use a drill.
You
and
do know how to
screw
use a drill, but if I say go drill this drill, I look at her. She's drilling it in. Like here's the surface. The screw is in some variation, not straight on.
I have
to
olive
the
oil
substrate.
arms.
Her arms are like wobble, like doing this while she's like holding stuff. So it is difficult. I agree. You do.
Oh. Yeah.
My mom's at home in Napa, and she's just sitting there. We're comparing numbers of our female family members.
Huh. Who's a happy boy?
Pay seamstress. Oh, I see. That's what hip hop boutique, and you need on 10 cents. The world works as it works, I suppose. I mean, it's. Can I tell them about the weird stuff I somehow started watching on YouTube?
No.
They're so weird, but they're so interesting. I can't not watch the
No.
Figueroa Street in L.A.
Plastic wall plugs are a wonder.
Everybody go look at Figueroa Street in L.A. Well, don't look at it. Don't look at it. I'll take it back. It's very confusing to me. It's a confusing situation why all these naked ladies are walking
I
around
always
in LA.
get car accident videos.
See, that's what you
I
watch.
I looked at like all the time. It's car accidents.
I don't. I get prostitutes walking along Figueroa Street in LA. There's so many, and they're not wearing any clothes. I'm very interested.
Oh God.
Paul Rose, yeah, it's not. It's just they're shorts on YouTube. I'm just talking about some weird stuff that for some reason popped into my stream. I have no idea where it came from, and it's like always there. The second you click on one, well, that's why it's going to keep returning.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've shown them to me. It almost looks staged.
It
to
looks
me.
staged, but it's not.
It's
That's
like
what's
this
crazy.
perfect, clear videos of young women, prostitutes, just walking on the streets.
And they don't wear
Just-
clothes.
They're like it's their everyday thing.
They're just chilling. And there's a cop there talking to them. It's just like it's this whole thing. And it's just
bearded. I watch car wrecks every day. I get mad when they don't smash up. Sometimes I'm like, oh God, do I want to watch this?
And then
Do
it
I
doesn't?
wanna-
and then it doesn't crash.
And I'm like, gosh,
They do
I
that
just
to
watched
people.
one this morning, and the car just looked like a little toy, just rolling. I'm like, it looks like it's just like fluffy, floating on the air. What
Yeah.
the heck?
If you don't go too fast. I
Texas
think we
Bandit. I caught
completely
the
off
guys on the
rails.
post office loading dock working today. Had 33 boxes to drop off, and they were so helpful. Why can't
You
the
caught them working today.
Why can't the uglies at the front counter be like that?
Why are the people in the front counters always a little?
Because the people at the front counter,
deal with-
at least locally here, They have to do the front counter, and they also have to do work in the back, so they're split.
Keep going. I gotta give Lap the link.
Oh God.
Link, please. I don't even know if I'll be able to find
Right.
it.
All you need to do, Paul was saying, I think I started to get them after watching a few police patrol videos.
Yes, it's a police
does spiral.
patrol.
Yeah, you only have to watch like 1 or 2, and next thing you know, they are constantly being suggested to you.
Now I'm going to search Figueroa Street, and that's really going to get me on here. Figueroa.
Axe Monkey, she's saying totally off topic, but train lovers should know Big Boy steam engine is going to be right outside my house today. It's stopping for half an hour. People are already everywhere. It's supposed to be making stops across the country.
Wait, I'm looking at Figueroa Street. I think it's Los Angeles Hoods.
Big Boy
There's
steam
so many
engine?
people that put this stuff out.
You don't need to put a link.
Okay.
Just please.
Sorry,
don't.
Lag. She won't let me.
No, just stop.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's probably human trafficking. So I probably shouldn't even be talking
No,
about
get
it.
out of there.
I'm going to show one person.
Do
Rastaman
not.
Adventures Traveler.
You see
no,
what?
that's terrible. I don't want to see that. So they do these shorts, which are really clean. They sanitize them, so you just see the good parts. You don't see like the junky parts and stuff. So if anybody's into that, I think we lost all of our viewers because A, they're off watching Figueroa videos, and B,
So, Big Boy is a legendary train for rail fans. Okay. It was just in Sacramento. And Patricia's like, this is devolving.
it's fully devolved.
Yes,
We're
it
at
is.
0 right now. The door's open. That has something to do with it. We left the door open. We're fully cool. I feel real loose. Just talk about anything. About the Big Boy, I've been watching.
Go back to your numbers again.
Okay. Thank you, John. Okay, so we did great this last month. Thank you so much for everyone's help and support. This month we're going to be at 10 grand a month, and from then on it's the moon, Alice, to the moon. Along with that, so I was going to, what was the thing I was going to say that? Oh, so another.
Patricia.
No, we can't please Patricia. Patricia. Okay, there's a third thing that started to come up on YouTube videos that you might like, and it was what Biff was just pointing out, trains. And I know James watched trains videos. I'm not watching train videos like just a perspective and they're just like going down tracks. I like a couple of different people who go ride trains and like sit in the different compartments. And there's like a new train out in California, the Bay Area transit trains, brand new electric train, and they show us that.
Yeah. Didn't it take like so much money in a really long amount of time to even build like that one section?
In the time and money that it took for California to put in a 50-mile stretch of electrified track on existing tracks. So all they really had to do was put the line in and order the trains. They spent more money on 50 miles. India put in 10,000 miles of electrified train for the same amount. Can't remember what it was, like $200 million or something. 2 billion, some ridiculous amount. India electrified brand new trains over 10,000 miles. California 50. Nice train though, I have to admit.
So Axe Monkey, so did you tell now your son knows? I only told him today. Her son is autistic and he loves trains, so she told him today because otherwise he would have been talking about it for days. Are you guys gonna see it? Is he gonna be able to see it? That would be so exciting though.
There's like all these really cool train things you can do. I mean, it seems like if you want to do the best stuff, it's expensive, but I watched this one guy, there's a trick. So like all these rich guys who have their trains, they put them together in different places and they parade them around the US and they travel in them. But there is a way to get on the trains that are being taken from a location to the place to start. I forget, there's a term for it. Train guys would know it, right, John? You get a way discount because you get on the train going to the place where the train's going to start, getting it to the beginning.
Wow.
So there.
She lives half a block from the track, so they can watch from their dining room window. That's
Oh, that's
exciting.
awesome.
But It must be so loud too, huh?
I've always loved trains too. I wonder if that's like a kind of a thing. It
That's-
probably is.
That's called deadheading.
What? Oh, deadheading. Yes, totally. Yep. And you can get a way discounted fee because you're not going to get all the hoopla. You're just going to be on the train enjoying it. And I saw this video where there was like 20 cars put together, and they're all from the 1940s. And the rear train was not a caboose; it had a big bubble of like windows. It's just and all these 1950s cars and everything. It was really cool. I'd like to do that sometime. But I feel like I'm so hyper that you can't get off a train. We can't get off a plane either, but it's only for, 6 hours. But a train is like a lifetime.
Shoot. So Axe Monkey is saying
Apparently
that,
Amtrak has the best food on trains.
that she and her son know how long the train is going to be, usually by how many engines there are, in that whenever a train goes by, he goes out and he counts the engines.
Train travel is fun. You can get off a train at certain stops, smoking stops, or as they call them on this show, they were calling fresh air stops. So I think that's exactly the same term for that, fresh air.
Biff sells a fair amount of train merch.
I have
However,
some
the little
trains.
train stuff doesn't
Really not
always sell
expensive,
well. Yeah. Well,
We've
or
got
it's not worth
some
a
of
ton.
these. Like this one might be worth just $5 probably, but we did get a couple of really old ones. It doesn't hold a lot of value.
No.
The valuable stuff right now that I can tell is probably some really good high-end HO stuff, but it seems G or O. Whatever's bigger than HO, one bigger than like the bigger one that Lionel made a lot of and stuff. Those have lots of value.
Will said that his train items do well.
Awesome. Is that ephemeral stuff, or do you actually sell like train cars or like HO model trains?
And John was saying, just like LP collectors, foamers who are the train buffs, they are old and dying off.
All these guys were super old, but they have the money to restore these train cars.
Biff has old train tickets and schedules. Yeah,
they do.
And
Yeah.
Will is saying it's the ephemera too. So
We don't have a large collection of ephemera. I'm also, just to totally randomly bounce to another tangent about what I'm hoping the stuff we've held on to, like ephemera. This is how I got there, my tangent. That when I'm curious to find out what this new thing at GameStop is going to end up doing to the market, because we have so much video game stuff, all the video games from the beginning to the end. I've sold off tons of it, but we still have tons of it, and I'm hoping that it will be a good, like they said, they're going to stabilize the price on vintage games. We'll see. But isn't GameStop also a company that's like really operating on, like, they're not a good company. They just got whatever you call that, the thing that happened during the pandemic, don't say that word.
the Bitcoin thing, or
Yeah, like where everybody was giving them money, investing in them, but they really didn't. The numbers didn't support it. So who knows if what GameStop does has any value at all. A bucket list is to build an N gauge set. Is that the bigger ones? That's big, because I do want that myself. My perfect train set is an end-to-end train set that's a subway that goes through at least one wall into 2 rooms, so it can be like the land of make-believe. And it's a 1980s subway, the bigger car engines, and they've got little spray paint on them, like they're legit, like Run DMC. And it's going to go from the kitchen into the living room, and it's going to deliver like an apple to you or something.
Yeah, cool. WTF sold 3 Omega games as soon as they were listed. Yep, those go quick.
You sound like you're tired and not really interested in anything anymore.
You don't want a Bart.
Biff Boffo. They're already spoken for, all the Barts. Oh, you're talking about
to live by one, or
a G gauge, O gauge Bart. I haven't seen ones yet that are I've seen some custom ones, but not like, I don't think they have O gauge Bart yet. Let me see. They make everything actually. And yes, I see that N gauge is the tiny, and I think Z gauge is even tinier. So when you go up the alphabet, the tinier it gets? No, I don't think so.
Axe Monkey was saying that she likes living by the tracks. I don't know why, but I do. I imagine you get used to the sound.
I grew up in a town of Menlo Park that was on the peninsula, and we always had train noises. And then when long after I had moved out of the state, we went to go visit my mom right before she was moving here, and she had moved to an apartment that was like the
100
train
feet from
the train came through her bedroom at 2:00 every morning. Like, I don't even know how she was rattled. And now,
it was rattling just
for a
staying there
day.
for the week we were there. I thought I was losing my mind because I couldn't sleep.
You lost it. We only got a
I
couple of
think
those marbles back.
I think we both lost our minds. We went and had a foot
Our marbles
massage
mixed
because we were going.
we went to a
insane.
whorehouse for a foot massage.
Can you stop? Do not let it get to that again. Thank you.
We went to a massage parlor for a foot massage. It was called Happy Feet, but we know what that means in secret. But they did. Side by side did our feet. They were like, we're doing your feet.
We were just.
It was two dudes, too. I'm like, I don't care who's
Yeah.
touching my feet. I was like, you missed the spot. Get over there.
No, but then they also. It's raining. We have this thing near the door.
Uh-oh.
But then they were like, okay, that will massage your back. Go lie down on your stomach. And I was like, no. I've never had a massage
I'm
before.
like, cow god, take me away.
Yeah, I've never had a massage like at a spa or anything. And I was
look at
just like,
Lags.
oh!
Look at Lags last.
Lag, you're a nut. You're a nut.
Are you done?
Well, I need to move that so
It's
it
a
doesn't
good
get...
time. It's a good time to go.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining us for Nonsensical. It starts off kind of like
the
it's
screens from the castle dungeons never bothered. Paul, the castle dungeons never bothered me. You are hilarious.
Okay, so we are going to go now. Thank you so much for joining us, just to blow off some steam and have a good little afternoon. Hopefully,
Thanks for
we
being
kept you
here,
company.
everyone. As always, we appreciate you.
We sure do. Good morning, good afternoon, and goodbye. Have a great day, and
Aloha!
yeah, like you said. Why can I never find this stuff?
Pokey got activated.
Kimo, Kimo, baby, it's
There's
kicking
Pokey's
some
fire
butt.
sheet that he ate and barked up.
Yeah, he barfed it up. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Aloha, everyone! And he plans on doing some sort of Members Day.
Oh yeah, I'll do some member stuff later on this week because we'll have a little time this week.
Here's your Pokey.
Have a great afternoon. Thanks for
Thank you,
Major Win.
everyone.
Thanks everybody
Thank
who came in
you.
today. Thanks Cosmic
Sputnik
Monkey
and-
for the super chat. Thank you all for being here. Big are great. We're all gold. eBay, so awesome. You guys are the best. You're the best. And you're the best. And you're the best.
Aloha! Now he's gonna eat my face off.
I have to find the thing.
What you could do? You're a good boy. You're a good boy.